wait. There.
I'm Morey White.
I'm Bob Nelson.
I'm Tracey White.
I'm Pastor Johnny Leckie, and this is the Compass Conversation Podcast. Yay! Hooray! Huzzah! Welcome.
We will follow you. You have the name above every name. We will follow you, King Jesus.
Yeah, fade in chatter.
Big swig. Cider. Oh, tradition.
It wasn't a big swig. It wasn't a small
Almost went
swig.
up my nose.
It was sort of a side swig.
It has become a tradition, hasn't it?
Yeah. We do this so easily and so quick.
I
Build traditions.
Yeah.
Some of them are just running jokes, though, honestly.
I would call it a tradition, a
Maybe
running
not a
joke.
joke.
Yeah, it's still good.
I just want to say I'm actually here this time.
You're here. Oh, that's
I'm
right.
not drawing, nor am I
It's not-
superimposed.
And I will
It's
say
not
this.
true. We've gotten really good with
But I will- here's-
CG.
Well, I know you couldn't tell before. I mean, it was so good.
Here's how we can tell. This is what I was trying to say. Is that, man, you've lost so much weight since the picture I was using.
Yeah.
The picture I was like, after I was like, wow, Morey's lost so much weight.
A little bit.
Doing good.
Still working out.
Doing good.
Staying steady, though. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
it happens.
It's okay.
Better than going back up, right?
No doubt.
So better for your health, man. That's what we're all about.
Without a doubt. So, speaking of, welcome back.
Thank you.
Morey White, how are you doing, man?
My eye is okay.
Yeah, the eye's better. It does look better. It's great.
And yeah, it was really funny, you know, because part of the reason I missed last Monday was because I got my first shot
Yep.
for the vaccination, and I felt like I had the flu, but without the flu symptoms, other than the achy and the just run down. So I had that, and Wednesday afternoon, boom, it just stopped. And
Oh,
I was
wow.
fine.
Well, that's textbook. Well, good. Glad
So had a great day at work today. Things are good.
yeah.
So I drank a lot of coffee, so I'm wired.
All right. You can guide us through tonight. Man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, glad you're back, Morey. Bob Nelson, how are you doing?
I'm okay. It was a long day at work, so I'm actually a little weary. So yeah,
I'm so
and I did not sleep as well as I wanted to last night.
What?
Yeah,
You're tired.
It sucks when you wake up.
This is not good.
So I was having
This is not good.
I was having a dream that was this is going to go real cool, and then I woke up and I'm like, no, why does it always do that? And then for some reason I started dwelling on something. I don't even remember what I started thinking about, and I could not stop. So that was like, at 2:00 in the morning, and 3:00 I'm finally rolling back to sleep, and 4:00 the alarm goes off. Dang it! So, but beyond that, it was a great weekend.
Oh,
Yeah. And you did a great job too. I'll just say publicly for everyone, giving your testimony and stuff, and keeping it way under what we talked about.
Yes.
That was unbelievable.
I even chopped it 3 more minutes from what it's like, how? On a Saturday I'm practicing it, and I'm like, okay, 5 minutes, perfect. And then Sunday morning I'm practicing it. Why is it 9 minutes long? I didn't add
Just
anything.
have more to say. That's okay. It's good. That's good.
So yeah, it was. It was fun getting up there in front of everybody. It was.
Good.
I almost to even save time, I dropped the Princess Bride reference that I picked up later.
Probably smart.
Here I am to explain everything. Wait, no, too much. Let me sum it up.
Yeah. Those who got it would love it. Those who didn't would go, what?
that's funny.
No, that was great. You did good.
And we enjoyed the story.
Glad to
As
hear
well.
that.
I mean, it is
Definitely.
encouraging to
Yeah,
hear
it's
that
great.
kind of.
Thanks for sharing that, man.
Yeah.
I am glad I can share it in so many ways.
Yeah.
Or two.
Yeah.
It added a nice dynamic to Easter, to our gathering
Yeah.
too, I thought. Just by all of us having different kind of things that we were all doing. And so the same message is coming in from different directions.
Yeah.
All right, before Tracy falls asleep, let's see how he's doing. Tracy, how you doing, man?
I am tired, and I think I placed the camera wrong because it's Right. No, you don't have to move. You don't have to move.
You
It's
want me to
okay.
move it?
No, I'll move it in just a minute.
There it
There we
is.
go.
But
You're
see,
right.
now if you sit there, then you might block Morey on that.
No, no.
Or I might
just
block
lean
you.
forward.
Yeah, I'll just move.
So,
big
Just put her heads right
Where's
here in the
makeup?
middle of the table.
Makeup.
makeup. What was I
Director,
going
talk
to
to
say?
the
I had
director.
something like really powerful and wise to say, and it slipped my mind. So,
Well, I'll say you did a great job also yesterday, all around.
thanks.
You had a lot of moving parts on our Easter service, and you really helped a whole lot of those things.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
come together.
including the, oh my gosh, we're live.
Yeah, stepping in there, that was so fun to watch because I wasn't in the room when that happened, but it was not by accident that we
No,
did that.
yeah,
by
no.
design. It's,
That's right,
hit the-
because I went out and told Johnny, hey, we're going to start the countdown. And he's like, yeah, if it just have the room, and so that was,
Yeah.
that, part of the plan.
I just kind of wanted a little bit of that. I wanted some
Yeah,
people
I thought
to-
it was
just
great.
And then for the first minute in the original video, there's nobody walking by the camera. It looks like nobody's there.
You can hear everybody.
Yeah, you can kind of hear them, but
Yeah.
so,
that
yeah.
Mike did a good job picking up. So I do want to apologize, bro. I thought that we had gone over it beforehand, that for the prayer, the question,
Oh, right.
and the testimony, we weren't going to do mics.
Yeah.
We were just going to do the overhead. And I thought I had
Yeah.
gone through that. But
That still worked. Still great.
so you were definitely heard. That mic
Mike.
does pick up really everything, including
Yeah.
children.
I just looked kind of crazy
was
with
nice.
holding a microphone that wasn't working.
Nobody
Nobody
out there knows because they know now.
They
if
know
watch
now.
this,
Yeah,
but,
the
the
five people that
throngs.
watch us.
The
Yeah, right.
throngs
I mean,
of people.
It's not like I
I'm
talk
one.
very softly.
Oh no, I'm three.
Oh.
Doggone it. We love you, person who watches.
If there's anyone out there who actually,
Oh man.
other than that, I am actually pretty tired. The discomfort, and it's not like a sharp pain or anything like that, but it's
Yeah,
a constant dull ache in my knee that did keep me up.
Yeah, I understand that.
So-
It's a tough thing.
Because that's what's
Yeah.
happening with my foot a little
Yep,
bit.
So
It's always there. Draining system resources.
yeah, yes, definitely. So how are you? Speaking of your foot.
Yeah, I'm doing really good, really, all things considered. Yesterday was such a great day, I thought, and we can talk more about that in a minute, but always after something really big like that, I'm just drained. I'm emotionally drained, adrenaline drained,
Yeah.
and there's that kind of crash. But I didn't really have like a recovery day or anything today, right? So I had to be at the school today. The beautiful thing, thank you, Lord, is that we didn't have any kids there today.
Oh,
So, teacher I work with, she's awesome. She's like, Johnny, here's something mindless that you can do.
Ah.
Yeah, that's mindless. You can do that. You are so great. Thank
you know me so well.
Yeah, there was one point. I mean, I almost felt like I was in an insane asylum because one of the things she gave me to do was like this book, and it had 3 little pictures that were Velcroed, and all I had to do was take them from here and put them here. I'm like, so it's so weird. And the whole time I'm thinking, what an utter contrast to what I was doing yesterday.
Yeah.
And then it was like, this is kind of nice. I can do that. I put headphones in, I'm listening to the service from yesterday. I'm just moving Velcro pictures.
That's great.
So anyway, getting ready for my really later, older years, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Doing stuff like
Give you
that in
some
the home.
colors and
some crayons.
crayons and a coloring book.
Okay. So anyway, I had mentioned to Lori, the principal of the school, last week I think it was, or the week before, after school, too many people drive too fast through the school zones. And I saw that need because there were 2 kids that were going into the same vehicle every day. And they were outside here, and I had to get this little girl out where the street is, and people were just like zooming by. I'm like, what is wrong with you? So that's when I went and I got this giant stop sign I found.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any official
But you went
duty.
out there.
I did. I was like,
Did they stop?
Stop. Yeah, they did.
Did you feel the power?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're ever doing crosswalk anything, man, you got to tell them like, I'm about to send you to jail if you don't stop.
Yeah.
It's got to be that kind of authoritative. If you're like kind of one of these, oh yeah. So anyway, that's how that started. But then I started seeing that all the buses were having a hard time getting out onto the road after filling up. So I just kind of stepped into that role for that 10, 15 minutes. Yeah. When they're ready, I'm like, you guys ready? Ready? And now I've got bus drivers like, stop. So all of them love me, man. Then they're waving at me as I'm driving by. Thank you, man. So anyway, I mentioned to Lori that I wish I had like a sign that just said slow down or something like that. And he goes, okay. Well, the great thing about Lori Peterson, who does not watch this, but she's awesome. Best principal ever.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
Really appreciate you.
She, you say things like this in passing, she sees it and goes, that's good thinking, and she'll go do something about it. Mm-hmm. So she ordered something I'm thinking is going to be just going to be a sign. I'll tell you why I'm laughing. It's just going to be a sign. So I get this little, across the intercom here today. Johnny Leckie, come down to I was like, all right.
Off to the principal's office.
And so I get there, and there's 2 big boxes, and Lori's there, and she says, this is what Aurora, I told you that might be not kind of what you had in mind.
Is this something you have to wear?
I'm going to show you. No. I'm going to show you. I had to put it together. There were 2 of them, and they're this tall.
Oh,
Right?
Oh, wow.
Well, what that says, I know nobody can see that, but it's this little figure that looks like a little boy with his hand, like Big Boy's Burgers or something.
Yeah.
The one on the sign that I had originally, it says free range children.
Children.
But we ended up changing those, so she ordered some other signs. The one that's like slow, and then the other side says "Whoa Nelly,"
Whoa, now.
and then slow your roll.
slow your roll. I like that.
But they're this tall, so we're gonna put them out in the road.
Yeah.
Is the deal.
There
So
you go.
I spent
That's
time
awesome.
working on that. Yeah, it was pretty funny and fun at the same time. I just thought.
I want to set up a camera and see how long it takes for that thing to get hit.
Well, you know what, man? I don't know what's wrong with people. I really don't. They
Maybe they're in
just
a
need to
hurry.
slow down.
at the
Slow
end of
down,
the day.
people.
Slow down.
But
Take a
what they
breath.
don't understand, a lot of people think that they,
Keep going.
you know, I'm not really going very fast. But what they don't know, and when we say free range children, you think that kid's not going to randomly run out into the street.
Oh, yes, they will.
Wow.
Yeah, they do. They do it all the time, and it's horrifying. So, yeah, that's my PSA. Public service announcement for everyone. Whoa. Oh, we're not on that camera anyway.
No, we're not.
When you're in school zone, slow down, man. All right, whether there's a sign or not, just slow down. It's like an old, wow, it's annoying. When you almost see kids get run over, it's like, I'll crack open your windshield with my stop sign. That's what I'm
How'd
saying.
that go, Bob?
What'd you say? One more time?
Get out of my yard.
You kids, get
So
out of
you
my
know this
yard.
park that's right behind the studio here. I see that from time to time. I was watching a lady trying to load her kids up and trying to catch the little toddler who just ran right out into the road. And if she wouldn't have caught him, there was another car coming by, and it's like because kids run from their parents, they have no clue.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, same thing out here. Kids sit by pretty.
Well, people go around a car thinking that they're just being too slow or something, but they don't see the kid coming this way. Oh, yeah. Anywho, and that, you know, we almost lost our youngest little boy back in the day because of something like that. So I guess that's why it bugs me. But anyhow, that was just funny. I just thought it was making a lot
Cars
of fun.
don't pay attention, and that's why stuff like that happens.
Oh yeah. Well, but yeah, they were all laughing and thinking it was funny. You know, I had my new little friends. You know.
That's awesome.
Well, speaking of kids, we had some. It was fun to have kids, family style, in our
Yes.
service yesterday. Some people, you know, they get kind of antsy when it's a church. Shh. And honestly, I love the life of it. I don't want kids being crazy and jumping all over.
We're counting
I was
the
counting kids. There were 7 kids.
There's
Well,
some kids back there.
There were 2 infants, right? But I mean,
three infants.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, no, two.
Just
Sorry.
two. Jade
Yeah.
one
I was
there.
thinking Jade.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. So there were seven very small, which
But,
was
you know,
wonderful.
I was just gonna say, sometimes, I don't want them going crazy, and they need to learn how to behave and all that stuff. But just that noise is happening, and I'm trying to speak.
Yeah.
To me, I'm trying to communicate to parents. Don't sweat it. It's fine. We love your kids. We love you. We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
It also brings that kind of energy and life into the room. If you've ever, I served years and years ago when I was like 21 at a church in a
That's a
small
long time ago.
Right. Well, it was
long time ago.
well, the
Decades.
1800s is a long time ago. 1850s, something like that. But there were anyway. But the thing is, the churches. I was like a college student, so I was a young whippersnapper. But 95% of the church was over 68. There were a lot of older people in the room, right? So it wasn't like a healthy church has a good range of people,
Yes.
right? So kids, young families, older folks. And that was tough. If you've ever served or been in a church like that, where there's no life like that, no kids, it's like what's the proverb? A barn or a clean stable. No, a messed up stable. Which is it? Do you know this one, Bob? All right, it's
I think I've
a.
heard it like once or twice, but yeah.
Technical difficulty. No.
All right, I'm way paraphrasing now because it's Monday. I'm half brain dead. But basically, the idea is the proverb is that a clean stable does something good. But
Let me think about that. That is really deep.
I can't remember it. Look it up for me real fast. Clean stable.
not the good kind of deep.
Which one of you guys is the pastor of this thing? I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's where our mental level is.
Yeah, it's the
goodness.
day. It's Monday and it's after Easter.
The weird. I'm
gonna find it real fast so I
Just
can say
within
this
the last
correctly.
couple of weeks that I heard that proverb.
Well, it's like I can't even think right now to even get the gist of it right to tell you, so I don't want to mess it up. But you keep looking there. Anyway, the idea is we
Here it
have.
is.
Oh,
The Proverbs 14:4. No, we can't use the New Living Translation.
it's fine. Use it.
Okay. The English were. Oh well, it'd be fine too.
Hey, this is reminding me of yesterday with the keyboard.
Where's our global setting?
Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but much increase is by the strength of the oxen.
Okay, what version was that?
That's a English Revised Version.
Yeah, that's a horrible version.
Yes,
Let's try. Yeah. Try and see. What was the NLT? NLT.
Okay, NLT. It's without oxen, a stable stays clean, but you need a strong ox for a large harvest.
Yeah. So
you
right.
go. Yeah.
It's not. It's like this is not what stables are for. You can have a nice, clean stable,
Yeah.
but isn't that nice? That's why we got hung up.
Yeah.
Is that that's not what stables are for. And the same thing with church and kids and ministry. I used to get this in youth ministry all the time. Those kids that spilled some Kool-Aid back, and we don't need to have all these kids. Dude, if you have kids in a room, you got to build in that this is what this is for.
That's
right? It's better that we should celebrate. We have something to clean up rather than why can't we get any kids to show up? Why can't we
Right.
get any?
Right. Yeah.
Because you scare them off with, get out of my pew!
Get out of my pew!
Kids are going to
normally
do
all
sit
my lawn.
there.
what kids are going to
Kids
do.
are gonna, kids are gonna do.
But again, I mean, it doesn't mean we don't plan for them and we don't provide great things for them.
Right.
I just love that there's that life in the room.
Yeah, I think
when
it
I
was
hear a
great.
baby cry, when I hear a kid laughing over, and some of those kids had the cutest laughs
Yeah.
yesterday. It just makes me happy, man. It feels like, we've got families in here, we got kids in here. This is fantastic.
Which that was perfect for Easter.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Felt
Yep.
very well, like our one visitor was saying, that was very authentic.
Yeah, we were pretty
Yes, we were real.
Very, very real.
What was my line?
This is the most Compass thing
Thing
that
that's-
Compass Church has ever done.
Yeah, this is like the most Compass Church thing that's ever been Compass Churched.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, yeah, her comment was the
need
the
a
last
shirt
church when she was visiting family, or actually taking care of her family's dog, her son's dogs. And when she came out here the last time, she went to some church, and they're like, and she's like, the production was so great that they could have been auditioning for American Idol. And this was much better.
Yeah, and I thought about that too. It's like she wasn't slamming our quality. She was talking about there was something inauthentic about the way it felt.
Exactly,
Something that just seemed kind of showy or something.
And that, it could have been, what they were doing could have easily been done without the spirit.
Yeah.
So,
in all fairness, I know some great guys and some great churches that
Yes.
do it excellently, and that's not their heart at all.
and right,
But,
we were talking about this earlier, extravagance versus excellence.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We at least at this stage, we know who we are. And we want people to, but I think people are hungry for kind of not being too showy. I mean, if there was ever a time where, we've gone through this, pandemic, and there are people out there who it has truly shut them down. If nothing else, it's put some fear in their life. I wish that it hadn't, but it's put in genuine, deep fear. Some of them have started to think about their lives differently. God has used that, and we don't need to sweat over, oh man, we didn't have the coolest video Sunday to show, or the light show wasn't right. Oh man, that wasn't our goal.
Good thing we don't have a light show.
Yeah, well, we did.
There are a bunch up here.
We have plenty available.
Absolutely. Anyway, so we did have technical issues.
Yeah.
And even the one where, honestly, it was the most embarrassing to me personally was the keyboard thing.
Mm-hmm.
And here's why. It's because I was so shocked. That problem, and again, it was a global setting that had gotten knocked way off, but it didn't change the setting to just play it.
Right.
But I needed to change it, and I could not find what was always there before.
Yeah.
How to change what I needed for the next song. So in my head, and it was a solid 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Was it really?
And that's
Yeah.
like an hour in dead space.
Yeah.
3 minutes, except for everybody's commentary.
We kept it going.
Well, like I said,
But-
it was perfect timing.
Well, I was going to say, it
Yeah.
ended up being something that, whoever may have meant it for poor, God did do something good with it.
Sure.
And so with the family that came in, it provided that natural break for others even to say hi and
Yeah, absolutely.
welcome that family. And I love that. So it feels kind of first century like, without the keyboard. But,
It was great. It was fine.
Darn, my lyre string broke again.
My liars.
we had a string break.
did, yeah.
We had a string break.
The acoustic guitar in the pre-service run through.
So what happened is, whenever Michael used the clean setting on with his electric guitar, it was much louder.
Yeah.
So whenever he went back to the distortion,
which was perfectly mixed in.
which was perfectly mixed in from before, the volume was much lower
Yeah.
and never got put back up.
Yeah.
Nobody's fault. It just that
Yep.
we didn't expect it to be louder like that, but the acoustic was set.
Yep.
It was set and ready to roll. It would have been great.
Broke a string.
Broke a string.
Oh,
And again, this is what I was saying to Leon.
Stuff
It's like
happens.
these are not complicated things. They're just a bunch of little things. Like,
Yeah.
we bought batteries. Should have had a pack of strings with us. I had some. They're sitting at the house. I could have brought them.
We have some here
That's just
somewhere.
So goofy.
Yeah.
But it won't happen like that again, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the great thing about mistakes, if you learn from them.
Right.
yes.
But there again, we were real.
Yeah.
And the situation was real. And those that were there were those that needed to see real life
Yes.
Christians. Not some pretend wannabe,
Yeah, we weren't hung
holier
up on
than
it.
thou.
There was a sense of frustration, but it wasn't an overwhelming frustration. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, seriously, kind of thing, not a, why is this happening now on Easter? Or
Yes.
something like that, you know? So,
I have been in situations where that would have been the thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it was a disaster. Everything fell apart. But what you said is perfect, Morey. What you just said.
What did I say?
Write it down. Somebody.
Wait, what did I say?
something along those
how we
lines was a perfect
responded.
example.
Yeah, it was like how we rolled with
It's all
that.
about how you deal with it.
Yeah,
Well,
it
In
is.
the
It's-
there and now.
It was-
I was going to say in the here and now, but it was the there and then.
Oh, the there and then.
How do you deal with the there and then?
We laugh at it like we are now.
Yeah, we did.
It showed what was important and what wasn't important to
Yeah,
us, and
yeah,
that's hugely important.
and the people were the important thing, and that came through clearly.
Yeah, absolutely,
That people are way more important than a global setting,
exactly.
or a string breaking, or me talking into a mic that's not even on.
Yeah. No, which is that kind of stuff is fine. And here's my thing, and I really do believe that we should always strive for a level of excellence,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
And
It's worship.
maybe
It's-
professionalism or whatever, because you don't. It's kind of a two-edged knife here, but on the one hand, somebody can see something going wrong and go,
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
They're
They
just
don't care.
dealing with it, and they're okay with that. But yes, on the other side, it could be somebody that's like, oh, this is what a Mickey Mouse operation.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. It's too distracting.
Yep.
And you don't want things to be wrong to the point of distraction.
Or it looks like we didn't even try.
Right,
And
yeah,
I've been in
right.
situations like
Yeah.
that where it's like, man, the God you worship, you must not care too much about.
It's not me.
No, that's Julie getting home. Julie's like, she got my food.
I think it's about having the right perspective about those things.
Yeah.
And we rose above it all around, everybody, even you guys. I mean, even the funny thing you said, I think he's going to see this as an opportunity to preach or whatever. That was
Preach
funny.
more, yeah.
I will say, when we did, the reason I really wanted to do that Easter song is because of Easter.
Right.
And I'm glad we came back and did it. And
Me too.
Chris made comment about, she says, I'm so glad we did that song. It was really
Yeah.
meaningful to her, that particular
That's
song.
awesome. That's good to hear.
So it happened at the right time, I think.
Well, that was
So-
Christ is risen, right?
Yeah, Christ is
Which is
risen.
like what Easter is about. So
It is. Getting to the sermon, I love the
yeah.
perspective that we went, or that
Oh,
you
on
took us
journey.
on.
We're on a
The
journey.
journey
Yes.
you took us on, where you had disciples of Jesus walking down a road, talking about discussing the terrible events.
arguing about it.
Arguing about it.
Argue with it.
Yeah, and that's
The
just
ESV
really
just has discussion and conversation. I'm like, are you guys missing something?
We had an interesting dialogue.
and then poof, Jesus is walking with them, but they don't recognize him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It is very cool. And again, I had obviously, and I think that it all played out the way I think God allowed to make it happen. We were doing our best. We were as prepared as we could be. I mean,
Sure.
Yep.
but we were able to flow through that. And even with the message, I had highlighted, because I had a couple of things I wanted to point out about, as Jesus pointed out from the scriptures, from Moses to the prophet. There's
They
a
must
whole
have-
lot there.
Yeah, he must have been talking for quite some time.
So
whole
a 7-mile walk, it started a mile and 1/2.
Yeah, something like that. Yes, exactly. And so anyway, I had other examples, everything from Passover to, blah, 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 blah.
Everything.
A variety of things in the Psalms and just different things that point to Jesus. And I had a little bit about a number of those. And then I had a list of a variety of prophecies. Obviously, it involved all of them. That would have been long.
Yeah.
But everyone, but I highlighted, it's like, if something happens, I can't get to these. I'd already highlighted, okay, go
He
here.
wants to, yeah.
And I'm so glad I did, because I wanted to point out that, that strange kind of prophetic thing, not just about the Messiah, but just about the idea of crucifixion.
Yeah.
Our hands being
Casting
pierced.
lots for his
It's like,
clothes.
what?
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that because why would David even be thinking?
Yes.
David's prayers were often about how everybody was hounding him and giving
Trying
him
to kill him.
problems.
Right.
But it's like, where would the piercing of hands come in? And
Right.
dividing up his
Yeah.
garments?
Yeah.
You know?
None of
So,
that.
yeah.
That's part of why it's so often considered a messianic prophecy as well. And that's what happens with Isaiah as well. He may be prophesying something that is actually happening and coming true then, but it has a future meaning that maybe even he doesn't fully understand.
Right.
And a lot of these prophets didn't fully understand
Yep.
what they were prophesying. You know, they were just, this is what God said. They're probably like, I don't know what it means, but this is what he said, right? So anyway, so I had those, what I was going to say. So I was able to jump to the next thing. And I know we went a little long, but surprisingly, we didn't go that much longer.
No, I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I had it listed for us to be there from 10. The service lasted 10 to 11:15, and
Well, that's
by the
about
time it
where
was
you
all done, it
landed.
was about where we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about 17 after. Or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that's very.
2 minutes.
Oh, minutes. Speaking of minutes, we are,
Oh,
Wow.
and there's so much
We're
more.
there.
We can talk. Anything else about yesterday, quickly, before we wrap things?
no,
up?
I mean obviously the Easter message is always a great message. I mean it is really the foundation of our whole belief.
Yeah.
I mean yeah, we believe in Jesus. We believe he was real and that he walked the earth and he did a bunch of really great stuff. But at the core of everything is the fact that he died for us.
Yeah.
Took our sin from us and paid the price for us. He was our sacrifice, and then he rose,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he's coming back again.
it's beautiful, man.
I mean, that's very, very core to everything, bro.
That reminds
Why
me-
did he do that?
You know, it's the amazing love of God. God loved us so much that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him will not perish but have eternal life with him.
Yeah.
where's that found?
John 3:16.
Oh, it's from
Read
the
it.
Bible.
John 3:16.
John 3:16. Awesome.
Anyway,
thank
that's-
you guys.
Yeah, that
Fantastic.
everybody knows the story and everything, but that is essential to the
Not
the
everybody
Christian
knows.
faith.
So
well,
hopefully someone will catch this even online.
yeah, it was kind of whenever I was looking through either Netflix or HBO, they have everything categorized, and it was like Easter movies, right? And it's bunny stuff and
Cartoons.
and then some just there were some things in there that are like that is not Easter related at all. But just
Well, anywho,
Yeah.
let me twist this around here. We're near the end of our time. So I wanted to say that you can join us any Sunday, always online, Facebook, Compass Church Colorado. But we're moving back to doing a lot more in person. We did the last 3 weeks in person. Anyway, we'd love to have you as our guest this Sunday. You can discover more at compassdenver.com. All right, guys, final words.
love you guys. Love everyone else out there too.
Love you guys, and likewise.
Peace.
Grace and peace to you. That's all we have for tonight, and we are out. Solid note. Solid note at the end.
That was good.